cracking on, guys. Welcome to this video. Now here is the second day of the 10-week block leading into the British Championships on the 1st of November, and it was deadlift day. It was the same repetition and also percentage protocol as it was on Monday. I was to do 3 sets of 4 and then 4 singles, and the bar was moving really well, and I had a really good workout, and actually I had a surprisingly good workout. My preparation for this day wasn't where it should be and wasn't where it normally would be, so I wasn't expecting it to be as good a workout as I originally had hoped, but it honestly went absolutely brilliant. The bar was moving just very well, and again, like I always talk about, leading up to the British, pretty much 90% of the time I'm going to be extremely unemotionally invested and unmentally invested into the workout. That doesn't mean I'm not interested or enjoying it. What I mean by that is I'm just not allowing myself to get hyped up at all, or emotionally invested and emotionally worked up, to try and keep my emotional fatigue as low as possible. And again, with caffeine, just keeping caffeine at 150 milligrams pre-workout, and no caffeine on off days for those of you that are asking. But yeah, it was going really well, and again, one thing I'm just really working on is keeping and maintaining positioning throughout the whole range of motion. Again, I'm wanting to start and finish in the same positioning. I do pull slightly. I do use some form of thoracic rounding when I start, but it is kind of minimal, and it has kind of my positioning has improved as time has went on. But what I'm trying to do is that from the start position to the end position, I'm constantly trying to move to a better position, and that is what was happening today. And again, I'm a big believer in never sacrificing positioning for momentum, as I really do not feel it's the way to go. I feel long term it's going to just give you more problems than you actually would necessarily need. And again, was doing some just standard excess work after deadlift, so was working through some bent over rows, some single arm rows. I then also chucked in side lateral raises, which I did not film. I also chucked in bicep curls, and then I finished off with some core work. And what I'm really trying to do is really progress my core work. So instead of just going through, I think a lot of people just kind of treat core work as just, I'll just do 3 sets of 10 with this, and just never progress it. But what I've actually been trying to do is really progress my core work and use progressive overload principles, just like I would with your squats, your bench, your deadlift, your bent over rows, your overhead press, all that good stuff. And by doing that, my core has been getting considerably stronger, but also I've been noticing that also from doing that is that my movements have been getting a lot better, and my positioning has been a lot better. So my positioning in the deadlifts is getting a lot better, my positioning in squats is getting a lot better, and my ability to remain tight on bench press has been getting better. Overhead pressing movements have been getting a lot better, and I feel that is also due to getting a much stronger core, because the thing is that where people mostly always fail, your weakest link does tend to be, or does happen to be a lot, is your core. So if you can get that a lot stronger, then you're only really strong as your weakest link. So by getting your core stronger, that's going to have a really good carryover effect onto your main movements. And again, with excess work, just trying to put on as much muscle mass as possible. I'm a huge believer in always trying to gain muscle mass. Again, the bigger a muscle is, the bigger a muscle is, the more strength potential that muscle has, and I'm a huge believer in that. And again, with my arms are constantly getting bigger. But again, treat your excess work just like you treat your normal work. Always try and progress your overload. Use your progressive overload principles. Ed Cohn actually spoke very well about it. I'm not sure whether it was in a training video or the actual podcast with Mark Bell, but in a video done with Mark Bell, he used to cycle his bent over rows, and his behind the neck presses, and his single arm rows, just like he cycled his deadlifts and his squats and his bench press, because he wanted to get better at them. And that is one thing that I truly believe in as well, and I think it's something that a lot of people neglect. And again, yes, there has been people that are world record holders that are just, their training is so specific, so they don't really do anything out with squat, bench and deadlifts. But again, all you can do is take everyone's bit of advice, implement it all, see what works for you the best, and then kind of come up with your own ideas of what works best for you, and then you can pass that knowledge on. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe as always, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.